Coffee with the Commish, back in Wall, New Jersey, where this week my special guest is Madison Hedgecocks. Madison, how are you?
Doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing great. Appreciate
Perfect.
you coming on the program.
Yeah.
It's your second appearance on the show, and what kind of coffee are we drinking here?
I'm actually drinking a delicious coffee that's actually apple cider.
Yeah, we're breaking the rules this week.
We're breaking the rules, and because of that, I have to drink out of a cup that says "Mommy Fuel."
Yes,
So I
is
guess
a nice mug.
apple cider is mommy fuel, apparently.
So you are drinking Red Jacket, established 1958, New York, apple cider that is courtesy of Mrs. Pop's Fish. I here am drinking coffee for the authenticity of Coffee with the Commish. Somebody has to, keep it real. So this is, I think, a Dunkin' medium blend in my dad, the man, the myth, the legend mug. So apple cider. But normally, how many cups of coffee do you drink a day?
Usually just one.
Just one.
Just
You're
one.
a morning guy like me, Machine?
Yeah, it's not that early in the morning, but usually, get to work and I'm tired and, do a little work and then get a coffee.
And the reason for the apple cider, it's a late night filming, so you didn't want to be up all night, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a Thursday night and we're, gotta get to sleep at some point,
Yeah. And we also have a nice pie here. Hopefully it shows up well in the video. That is courtesy of Mrs. Commish. She baked an apple pie, so looking good. So you ready to dive into another episode here?
Let's do it.
All right, so let's talk about you first. Last year on the show, you were fresh off of spending a baseball season with the Kansas City Royals in their social media department. A few months back, you started a new role as social media and editorial specialist at Martindale Avo, which is the leader in legal marketing, or at least that's what they
right.
say.
That's right. Yeah.
How's the new job? How's the role? What do you do? Give it to us.
Good. Yeah. It's going well. Can't complain. Do a lot of creation of content for them. So managing their social media feeds. They have 4 different brands that I manage. That basically they find leads for lawyers, which is not the most exciting thing in the world, but it's a good job and it's a good place to be. And so I manage their social media profiles.
So do you actually come with ideas for content? Do you create that?
Yeah, so essentially we're still building up the team. So there's still kind of getting things set up and everything. But essentially coming up with ideas for blog posts and content creation ideas, videos.
So an idea
like
here: coffee with a lawyer.
Yeah,
All right.
not bad.
I'm trying to help you here.
Thank you.
One thing we didn't cover last year on Coffee with the Commish was that you are a huge New York Mets fan, for better or worse.
Yeah, mostly worse.
Mostly worse.
Mostly worse.
I have to ask, what are your thoughts on the state of the team?
I think they ended up better than I thought they would be. If you went back to June or July, I would have thought that they would have ended up winning, 75 games and would have been a bad year. And, they ended up turning things around over the summer. So, they have some good pieces. They need a few more, but, the problem is I never expect them to actually get those pieces. That's pretty much always the problem. That
they're in the hunt for a manager. Who would you like to see? If you could pick the manager, who would it be?
I think you got to go with Joe Girardi.
Yeah.
Really,
Yankee guy.
There's a lot of options, but you get the veteran managers already managed in New York before, has had success. There's a lot of good choices. I'm as you said, I'm a Met fan, so I love Carlos Beltran, but he's another choice. I wouldn't be upset with, but
former Yankee as well.
Former Yankee, that's true.
So if you could fire the Wilpons, Jeff, Fred, anybody else associated with the family, would you fire them?
Oh, in a second.
So who would you want to buy the team? You could pick the owner.
Pick the owner. I mean, it's got to be somebody who's a Mets fan. It's got to be somebody who's got a lot of money
and wants to spend it.
And it's got to be somebody that I kind of like. So, Jerry Seinfeld. That's the pick for me. Whether it's Jerry Seinfeld on his own. I mean, he's got a lot of money, so he could probably swing it. or Jerry Seinfeld with like a team of, maybe comedians or, there's a lot of Met fan comedians out there.
So I have to ask, would you trade your pinky toe for a World Series title?
Would I trade my pinky toe? Yeah, probably.
Yeah? Okay.
Probably, yeah. Because I don't think I'm going to see one in my lifetime, but we'll see.
You never know. So let's play Two Truths and a Lie. And I got to call out the league here. Was fairly disappointed that on the Garden State Grinders episode last week, unfortunately, nobody sent in their guess for the lies. So that's just a bummer on the league. But this week, we're going to change that. I think I should remind everybody at the end of the show to do it. So, Two Truths and a Lie. For everyone watching, guess which fact is not a fact. Yep. You'll read out 3 statements, and we'll see who can get it right. Go
okay.
ahead.
Let's see. I've had 5 cavities. I've never seen The Godfather, and I learned only recently how to whistle.
Wow. 5 cavities, never seen The Godfather, and just recently learned how to whistle.
Yep.
So one of those is a lie. Email the Commish, and your prize is kudos from yours truly. Great. Let's talk business. Fantasy football. It's your 15th season in the league. It's half your life.
Yeah.
Playing
it's a long time. It's a long time.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Your career record to date is 124 and 98. It's a 558 winning percentage. Your you have the 5th most wins all time. 2 championships, 12 and 13. Last year, you had a 6-7 record, so a down year for the Hedgecocks. Finishing 10th place. 2019, a little bit.
It's been a rough start. It's been a rough start. Things are not going very well for the Madison Hedgecocks organization. I'll say that.
Right now you are 1-4 as of this recording, currently in last place.
Yep.
You are coming off of a loss to the Mountaineers last week. Cause for concern, or is it still early?
It's definitely cause for concern.
So panic mode.
Yes, it's been panic mode since about week 2. But
send in your trade requests to Madison Hedgecocks, Untouchable. Send like 10 of them.
Things didn't really go well. Pretty much from the start, and it's funny that I felt this year I was really happy with my draft. I felt like I did really well. Last year I kind of felt disappointed, and this year I felt better. And last year was probably the better team of the 2. So.
Well, you did draft Baker Mayfield, and I did have a note in the stat of the week. Actually, that was courtesy of Drug Infested Den, where as of through 5 weeks of play, he is the 28th quarterback in terms of points scored. Are you fully in on Jimmy Garoppolo at this point, or?
Yeah, if I could take this pie and throw it at Baker Mayfield, I think I would do it. At this point, you pretty much can't, you have to be realistic about the players you have. So, take it matchup by matchup, see how it goes. But,
well, the schedule does soften up a little bit for you over the next 3 weeks. You have Pops Fish, Mud Dogs, and Jimmy Legs, which, again, at the time of this recording, have a 4-11 combined record. So is this the make or break stretch for the Hedgecocks?
It pretty much has to be. At 1-4, I think if my guys can get healthy and put something together, And
a stat we had in the notes a couple weeks ago. I'd like your take on this. I know it's putting you on the spot here, just picking on you. But from 2012 to 2014, you had a combined record of 36-12, 750 winning percentage, 2 championships, and a 2nd place finish. Incredible. 2015 to 2019, since established this, or his name now is Blue Moon, and Mud Dogs joined the league, you've gone 30-33. 476 winning percentage, and just a 3rd place finish to show. Is that a coincidence? Is it a bad stretch? Does Blue Moon intimidate you? What's going on here?
Thank you for putting that stat in the weekly notes. It hurts, but I look at it as a bad stretch. It's a bad. Every team has rough seasons, rough stretches. Sometimes you don't draft as well as you want. Sometimes you get unlucky with players underachieving, or sometimes your draft strategy is just garbage, and that happens sometimes too. So
well, like I said, you have a softer part of the schedule coming up, well, at least on paper. This week you're playing Pops Fish, a battle of 1-4 teams. Give me a prediction. Who wins?
Madison Hedgecocks.
Madison Hedgecocks?
Yeah, easy.
Okay, well,
that's definitely going to come back to bite me. So
we'll revisit this. Only 5 weeks into the 2019 season, but at this juncture, is there a team or teams that really scare you the most, or you think are the favorites, or what's your take at this point?
Yeah, there's a lot of good teams in the league this year. A lot of very high scoring games. A lot of big point getters, which I haven't really been involved in this year. If you look at my points scored this year, but I'm sitting right here with Commish, and he murdered me in week 2.
So the Commish terrifies him this year.
He's got a tough team, and I'm not just saying that. I'm not, buttering you up or anything like that,
Okay. You're doing a good job.
Yep, I'll take my payment later. I think you've got a strong team. I think the drug-infested den has a very strong team. I think the Meme Machine has
so
a
all the
strong
Moors
team. All the Moors, it's we got a lot of strong teams.
So the most important business question I could ask you here is related to your team name.
Okay.
Madison Hedgecocks. If you don't know who he is, look him up on Wikipedia.
The fullback of the 2007 Super Bowl champion Giants.
Long out of anybody's memory here.
Yep.
But if the real Madison Hedgecock committed a heinous crime, whether it was drug trafficking or murder or who knows what, do you change your name, or are you a ride or die? No matter what, you're going to be loyal to Madison.
Oh, no, I changed my name.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you have any backups in mind?
Yeah, I've thought about this for a long time.
Really?
I've been thinking about it for a very long time, the last hour or so.
Okay.
I would have to go with Golden Tate Warriors.
Golden Tate Warriors. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Well, I did have a couple suggestions for
Okay.
you in case you're looking for other fun names from real people.
That's great.
These are real people that have either played or play in the league.
Okay.
We had Captain Munnerlin,
Okay, yes.
Barcavius Mingo,
Mm-hmm.
and my favorite, Ha Clinton Dix. So,
Okay, yeah.
just, if Madison Hedgecock ever finds himself in trouble,
Yeah,
go to those. So,
Okay.
have some anonymous questions for you.
Okay.
So these are real questions from real members of the league, and we thank you for sending those in.
Sure.
3 questions, and here we go. First question: where can you find the best pizza? Not limited to the state of New Jersey, just anywhere. Best pizza
Anywhere.
in the entire world.
Brooklyn, New York. LMB Spumoni Gardens.
Okay.
I guess, I don't know if it's Gravesend in Brooklyn. Somewhere not too far from Coney Island.
L&B Spumoni Gardens.
L&B
Is it that real
Spumoni
thin
Gardens.
type of pizza?
So it's actually, they have 2 kinds of pizza that are great. The round pizza is very good. It's typical, New York style round pizza. But the best pizza that they make is actually Sicilian. And so it's, big slices. And the way they make it, they put the cheese underneath the sauce.
Ooh.
So you have, the bread, the cheese, and then the sauce on top, and the sauce is really sweet. It's not like like heartburn, burn, get like a cold sore in your tongue or something like that kind of sauce.
Good
So
tip.
yeah.
Good tip.
Yep, it's a good place.
Second question: if it's not me asking, it's an anonymous team.
Sure.
If I were to travel to Kansas City for one day, make me an itinerary. What do I eat? Where do I go? What do I see? What do I do?
Okay. Yeah, that's a good question.
The must-have items.
Must-have items, yeah. It's a pretty small city, but there's a lot to do in a day there. You could go to, there's it's the World War I Memorial, which is a really nice place kind of in the center of town. That's it's this big, basically there's a museum there underground, but there's this big concrete structure that you could stand on, and you get this great view of the entire city. It's really nice. It's the picture taking, Instagram place.
The Insta-worthy
the place to
now,
go.
where are you going to eat? Is there a barbecue spot?
Yeah, there are many barbecue spots, but the place you have to go to is Joe's. Joe's Kansas City Barbecue. So It's not in Kansas City, Missouri specifically. I think it's actually in Kansas City, Kansas.
Wow,
but,
twist right here.
Yeah,
Two Kansas
so
Cities,
so the way Kansas City is, if you're not familiar, Kansas City, Missouri, and Kansas City, Kansas are right next to each other and basically share a border.
That's confusing.
So it's confusing, yep. So, so Missouri is basically the city. Kansas City, Kansas is sort of like a city, but it's not as big. But this is in Kansas City, Kansas, and it's basically this old gas station that was converted into a restaurant. So it's like, the inside, you go up and the line is really long, but you go up and, order and
get some brisket,
pulled pork,
ribs.
Chicken, ribs, all that kind of stuff. So,
Joe's Barbecue, Kansas City, Kansas.
Kansas City, Kansas.
Not Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah, it's about 20 minutes away from Kansas
Next
City,
time I find myself in Kansas City, I'll be going there.
Go for it, yep.
Third question, anonymous again. We understand you are a musical prodigy. What instruments do you play, and is there a possibility of the league hearing or seeing a clip?
Prodigy. That's a good word. I know somebody. I appreciate that. Thank you. I've started.
While you answer that, I have a twist. So keep talking to the camera.
Okay. I'm not gonna like this, am I?
Yeah,
okay. I started with guitar when I was 6 years old. I played trumpet. I played French horn. I went to school for music, undergrad, so I did a little bit of everything.
Play this. Ukulele.
Ukulele. I don't think I can play the ukulele, but I can try it.
Here we go.
Yeah, it's not really the same because there's not as many strings, but...
Good job. Oh, we should keep this moving here.
Thank you.
League trivia time. I got 3 questions, and if you get all 3 correct, you get a coffee gift card.
Oh, wonderful.
I still owe Grinders his coffee gift card, so here we go. 3 teams in the league have names that originated from movies. Can you name all 3?
Mean Machine.
From The Longest Yard.
Yep. Mud Dogs.
From The Water Boy.
Shake and Bake.
Shake and Bake from Talladega Nights. There you go. Yep. You joined the league in 2005. Who won the championship your rookie season?
Ooh.
It's tougher.
It's a tough one.
Can't just hand out these gift cards here.
Yeah. Ooh, 2005. I'm gonna go with the Mountaineers.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
It was Nittany Lions.
It wasn't it?
Yeah. Well,
I was thinking you.
It's okay. Third question.
Okay.
Because, we're just playing for pride at this point. 3 teams in the league do not live in the state of New Jersey. Name them.
Ooh. Crazy Fools.
Yep. Miami, Florida.
Okay. Think. Shake and Bake.
Shake and Bake lives in Yardley,
Yes.
Pennsylvania, right across the border from Trenton.
Okay.
So he's out of state.
And who else?
While you think about that, you can pick up my dog that's whining over there.
Yeah. Let's see.
This episode just going left and right here. There we go.
All right. Do you know the third one?
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. You just went to his wedding. Drug infested dad.
How could I forget Ryan?
Drug infested dad. This is Lucy. I think everybody knows my dog here. Is the mascot of Nittany Lions. You can put it right here.
Right.
There you go. All right. The best part of the show, hit and run, where I'm going to fire off some questions. Just whatever comes to mind first, answer it.
Okay.
Ready? Your favorite New York Met of all time?
David Wright.
David Wright. Historical figure you'd most like to have dinner with? Anybody in the history of the world?
History of the world. Ooh, yeah, that's tough. Pass.
pass?
Can I pass and come back?
We'll come back. All right. We'll come back. Decipher this lyric from Kanye West.
Okay.
Here you go. Yeah, just decipher it. She got a light-skinned friend, look like Michael Jackson. Got a dark-skinned friend, look like Michael Jackson. What's that mean?
I think it means when comparing him, Michael Jackson, when he was younger versus when he was older, and that this person has friends who resemble both stages of Michael Jackson's life.
Most memorable sports moment of your life?
It would have to be probably the 2015 World Series.
2015 World Series.
And Mets.
And they lost it.
They lost, but it's still memorable.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've been to quite a few Major League Baseball ballparks. We apologize for the noise in the background. We don't edit this. Been to quite a few ballparks. Which one is your favorite? Not the Mets.
Okay. I wouldn't say the Mets anyway.
Okay.
PNC Park, Pittsburgh.
Nice choice.
Pittsburgh.
Mainstream song, new or old, that you absolutely cannot stand and would eliminate from the entire world. Any song that comes to mind. I'll help you out here. For me, it's Sweet Caroline.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot stand that song. So which
Yeah,
one would be for you?
It's pretty bad. We Are the Champions.
Really?
I like the song, but I don't like the...
So even if the Mets won it, you wouldn't want to hear it?
I don't think the Mets would play it.
Really?
I don't think the Mets would play it.
Favorite football movie?
Favorite football movie? I'll go The Waterboy.
Waterboy. Untouchable or Freehold?
Freehold is classic.
Thank you.
Lowercase f. Gotta be
course.
lowercase f.
Of course.
Yeah.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yes.
It is?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's bread and meat in the middle, and it's one piece of bread, but it's wrapped around, so sandwich.
Ooh.
Meat.
This is a
Meat
controversial
in between.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see where you're going with that.
Yeah.
A night out partying with one member of the league. You're hitting the bars. You're going to clubs. You're going to be out till sunrise. Just a one night bender. Who are you picking?
Blue Moon.
Blue Moon. Yeah.
Blue Moon.
Why is that?
Yeah. Because he has a good time.
He knows how to have a good time.
Yeah.
Not a bad choice there. Not a bad choice. Fun fact, I think you have done a night out like that a couple of times with members of the league. So your next watch party, why don't you ask Madison Hedgecocks about that? So say something nice about Crazy Fools.
Say something nice about Crazy Fools. Consistency. Same team name for as long as I can remember.
He's usually in the mix too. For playoff hunt.
Yeah.
So.
I was thinking more team name.
Okay.
That was my thinking. He's been Crazy Fools for a long time.
You don't respect what he's done in fantasy.
No, I didn't say I don't respect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Person in the league that you'd like to see produce content that does not already. Because apparently we're looking for people here. PTI has gone off air.
Right, yeah.
Ice Cold Takes hasn't been around in months.
Yeah, I'll go with Mean Machine.
Mean Machine. Oh, I can get
Mean
behind
Machine.
that.
Yeah.
I can get behind that.
See some Mean Machine content.
If you're trapped in a foxhole, which person in the league would you want in there to help get you out?
How deep is the foxhole?
You're under enemy fire, so just enough where you need that person to help.
My first thought is who's the tallest member of the league?
Okay.
Because look at me, I'm not tall, so who's the tallest member who can give me a boost and push me up?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So is that Giants rule?
Yeah, it would be Giants.
Right.
Rule.
So all right, yeah, Pat.
Giants rule.
Yeah, Giants rule.
And going back to the other question, historical figure you'd most like to have dinner with? Still haven't come with an answer.
Yeah, it's tough.
All right, so tune in next year's episode.
Wait. Let's go with let's go with I'm gonna go with President Obama.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Seems like a cool guy.
Yeah. You get a real intellectual there, and it's picking a president. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, historical figure. That's kind of where I was thinking, where I was going. So.
I don't think I've seen you take any sips of that apple cider over there.
I did one.
Let's see another one here for the content. Speaking of content, this is a bonus question. I think Pop's Fish on his episode had said you should be producing some, being that it's your job. So, what do you say to that?
I'm not an in front of the camera person. I feel like I'm a behind the camera person, or behind the computer. Yeah, you know, it's I love the league. I'm gonna humbly pass on producing content.
As long as you consume the content, we're happy about that.
Of course.
You get one question for the commish.
So my question is going to be about the league.
Okay. First fantasy related question.
Question, and this question comes because it's not because I'm struggling, but it's a little because I'm struggling.
Mm-hmm.
So could we drop 2 roster spots?
2 roster spots. Which one?
Or a bench spot. I'm assuming we have to drop 2
to be even in the draft.
In the draft. So
you took a page out of Mean Machine's notes here, huh?
I'm familiar with this, the argument. So yeah.
Everything is up for debate. And at the end of the season, we'll put out a survey. So are you thinking 2 bench spots, or a bench and a defense, or what do you think?
I'm open to whatever it could be. I think definitely 1 bench spot at least would be good. Defense could work. Or 2 bench spots, but I think we could use a little more player availability on the waiver wire, because it's pretty barren out there.
Well, we'll put that up for a vote, and we'll see what happens. So that's it for Coffee with the Commish. That's Madison Hedgecocks, and we'll see you again next week.